What's up, fam? It's your boy, man, the rock star, Mr. Rock Lokester. We back up in here with another one. Today, man, we going Tango Blast Ferguson edition, man. This how we gonna rock out this time, man. But first, man, y'all make sure y'all smash that subscribe button, man. It don't cost y'all nothing, but it do me something, man. And y'all make sure y'all share and jump up in them comments, man. Love to hear from you, man. And most of all, y'all get subscribed, man. Because y'all already know, man. I swear to tell the whole truth. Nothing but the raw truth. So help me God. So if you don't want to hear the raw truth, this ain't the channel for you, man. So let's just jump up into this, man. So first of all, I'm going to have to give you a little history on how the Tango Blast rose to prominence in the Texas penal system. But I'm going to speak mostly on Ferguson unit. That's the unit I can speak for because that's where I was at when they basically took over by storm. So when I went to prison in 95. I spent from 95 to 97 on Beto, right? And then the prison was ran straight by gangs, right? So, I mean, Emmy, Pistoleros, Texas Syndicate, RUs, Tri-City Bombers, all them, right? When I go to Ferguson in 97, it's the same thing, right? So I always thought that in 99, right, it just was just Tongo just blew up, just like boom, just like all of a sudden. It was just, to me, it was like all of a sudden, right? And I was like, dang, where that come from? Come to find out, though, they had already been around since the mid-90s. The mid-90s, maybe a little bit earlier than the mid-90s, but they was on the low, right? Because I guess they didn't have the numbers, and like I said before, like the penitentiary changes, right? With the people that influx of people that comes in, the ideals and everything changes. So I'm talking to my essay partner. He was like, no, they've been around, bro. They was around a little bit, they was around mid-90s, this and that. He was on Ferguson with me. So I'm like, I didn't hear nothing about them till like 99. He was like, no, they was around. They just didn't have the numbers, and, you had the other gangs. So he was like, he tell me, say, what happened in 99? I say, well, he asked me what happened in 99 with the Mexicans. I say, Emmy and RU went to war. So Emmy and RU went to war in 99, and they shut the whole system down. The whole system, all through Texas, penal system, everything was locked down. So let me explain to y'all. Like, when the Mexicans go to war, they don't go to war on one unit. That's not how it happens. When the call gets called that we going to war, but they going to war. When the call gets called that they going to war, they going to war all over the penal system, everywhere, any unit, state jail, wherever there's any of them at, period. Everything in the penal system in Texas gets shut down when they go to war because it's jumping off everywhere. Chow halls, hallways, blocks, rec yards, on every unit there is, period. So Emmy and RU went to war. I guess this was time where all the gang unit people, and they just say, you know what, enough is enough. So what they did when they locked all the units down that time, they got all the known Mexican gang members. So all the TS, Pistoleros, RUs, Emmys, all the known gang members that they knew, and they segged them all. They made them a threat group, security threat group, STG, and they segged them all. So when they did that, their numbers dwindled in population, right? So now you have a void. You have a power vacuum that needs to be filled. And now that's where Tongo steps in, right? Now, if I'm wrong, and there's some Tongo up here, y'all jump in the comments. Hey, I'm just giving the history, man. So they jump in, right? They fill the void, and it was like out of nowhere. And then you have all these young influx of younger inmates coming in, and I guess they don't want to be under the thumb of the rule of the older gang members that's gangs, and they want to do their own thing, and they got the numbers now, and ain't nothing you can do about it. So by the time all the gangs figured out what was going on, Tongo was already deep in power. So what they tried to do is they wanted to challenge him because they want to keep the old ways, but now it's the new ways, right? So Tongo took them all to war, every last one of them. Now I'm speaking on Ferguson. So if y'all in here and talking about how I was over here and this is how we did it, look, what that happened penitentiary wide in Texas. But on Ferguson, they took them all to war. All of them went to war, right? Tongo smashed all of them, right? So the only ones that I knew that was still able to walk on Ferguson was Emmy. Emmy was the only ones. If y'all don't know what Emmy is, that's Mexican Mafia. Them was the only ones that was allowed to be on Ferguson, to my knowledge. The rest of them, Texas Syndicate, you better not be caught being the Texas Syndicate on Ferguson unit. Period. Take that. It was a no-fly zone. Pistoleros, or it was a no-fly zone. It was so bad that Miss McQueen, oh yeah, y'all been on Ferguson. Y'all know Miss McQueen. Hated her. Kept me locked up. Miss McQueen would already warn him, like, hey, if you're in the gang, you better tell me. Because, it's a no-fly zone over here. So, if you didn't tell them, because they're going to charge you up. And they're going to find out what you are. And they're going to tell you right then, if you're in the gang, hey, you got to these doors road to get off this block and to get out of population. Period. And they did not play. And when they got you, they were not trying to hurt you. They were trying to murk you. Now, they have to do this type of behavior because, hey, we gotta set the record straight. We gotta let you know. So this is how they got down, right? They come and bangered up, and they are not playing whatsoever. So, boy, that was a wild time in the penitentiary. That was a real wild time on Ferguson unit, right? So, like I said, the only ones that I even heard a rumor. I don't know if it's true. If you Tongo, hey man, you watching this? Hey, let me know if this is true. See, Ferguson is so renegade and so wild, right? And I'm talking about everybody. I'm talking about, look, so wild. I heard the rumor. It was told to me that, when Tongo from Ferguson go to another unit, they still check him in. Now, if you come for Tongo from another unit, you don't get checked in. But they say Tongo from Ferguson get checked in because, like, y'all are too wild out. Y'all are renegades. That's how it is on Ferguson, right? Everybody's, we straight renegades, right? So, let me tell you how they get down, right? I remember one time, right? It was on G Block. And a dude was accused of snitching. Mexican, right? They popped his top. They beat the dude so bad, they beat him for, not just beat you up, right? They beat him, stomped him in the head over and over, beat him, stomped him, stop, beat him some more. Do you think anybody said anything? That's why I always tell you, in the penitentiary, you mind your business. Because you don't mind your business, that could be you getting stomped like that, right? So you mind your business. It's a very dangerous place, a place you don't want to be. So they stomped him out. Ain't nobody saying that. So some type of way, they get him out of the day room and end up getting him to his cell. So around count time, they find him unresponsive. The boy lost his life, right? Brain swole up. They locked a bunch of them up. I don't even recall, they all end up getting out. I don't recall nobody even getting charged with it. Because guess what? All these people that was in the day room, all these people who witnessed this, didn't nobody say nothing whatsoever. Nobody said nothing. Because guess what? He just got murked. Because they say he did that. I don't care. I know people who say that. Oh, it couldn't be me. I would have did this. I would have did that. You wouldn't have did a damn thing. Because when them hitters come, there ain't nothing you can do. Period. I remember they popped, I ain't gonna say his name, on K Block, right? They popped him. The only thing that saved him is they found him. Probably before he went on and croaked, right? 3 laws ended up losing their job that day. I want to say 2 of them got charged. Not that day, but they ended up losing their job behind it. I want to say 2 of them got charged. They had the free world laws in there. The free world detectives in there. See, that's how Tongo do. When Tongo come to get you in that penitentiary, you're done. You're cooked. So my point is, man, this is educational purposes only, man. I am never trying to glamorize nothing that goes on in there. The thing I want you to understand is you don't need to be in there because you don't need to live like that. Now, mind you, we doing all these things sober. We doing these things sober. So they ought to let you know just how wild out, how crazy, how I can't even describe the words because it's crazy after having to live and do some of the things that I did and we did and look at some of the things that people do and have no empathy, no sympathy, and just really don't give a damn. You shouldn't have did what you did, fool. It's the penitentiary. Me, I think just because of the organizational skills and the way they organize their little group, that they probably are the most dangerous gang in the penitentiary. Cause I just nah, they are the most dangerous gang in the penitentiary. Because even we know if the blacks, because it's not going to be Crip and Blood, right? You're just not going to jump on the Crip or jump on the Bloods or jump on the GDs. No, once you jump on a black person, all blacks we riding, period, right? But their mindset is totally different, right? I actually really do believe that they are probably the most dangerous gang in the penitentiary. That they are, you don't want to cross, and if you belong to them, boy, you better follow them rules, man. You better follow them rules. And these are the dangers of the penitentiary. These are the dangers on Ferguson unit. Because I really feel like the reason, if that is true about that rumor, that they still got to get looked at when they go to other units. They say they ask them, like, oh, yo, you Tongo? Yeah. All right. What unit you come off of? Because if you come off Ferguson, we got to run you down through there. Like I say now, that's the rumor I heard. So if y'all know, y'all jump in the comments and y'all let me know. Because they don't follow the rules the way they're supposed to follow the rules on Ferguson. They say that they're renegades. That's why I think that so many other gang members from other Mexican gangs would tell the GI, no, I ain't in no gang, because they think that, they be on other units and whatever, then calm down, it's okay, they can walk them units. On Ferguson unit, you can't walk it. Ferguson unit, if you from another Mexican gang, you're not walking it. Unless Emmy. Every other ones, you're not walking it. Period, man. I hope I gave y'all something to think about, man. And I hope I gave y'all something, man, to make y'all stay about them places, man. Don't have to experience what I had to experience, man. Don't do it. And on that note, man, like I say, man, y'all make sure y'all get subscribed up, man. Y'all make sure y'all smash that like button, man. And this next one I'm finna bring y'all, I'm finna tell y'all exactly why Ferguson is the most dangerous prison in the Texas penal system, because it was all done systematically. It just wasn't just popped up like, oh, this just happened. So y'all make sure y'all be ready, man. Y'all make sure y'all stay tapped in, man. And I've got y'all, man. And I'm out. Peace.